Welcome to our series of interviews with Father Andrew Hoover. The teenagers of St. Peter Parish will be interviewing Father Andrew every month, asking him questions that have been on their minds. Stay tuned each month for 2 new videos. Here is the next of many interviews to come. 1, 2, 3.
Hello, Father.
Good morning, Olivia.
How are you?
Well, and yourself?
Just wonderful.
Good. What are you thinking about these days?
I was thinking, how was God created?
How was God created? You know, that's the interesting thing. God wasn't created. If we go back to, the book of Exodus, when Moses encountered God at the burning bush, God reveals his name to Moses, because Moses says, God, how are the people that you want me to lead going to know who I was talking to? What's your name? Who can I tell them sent me to them? And we hear something of his name. It's basically told to us as I am. But it's hard to translate from the Hebrew. The Hebrew language in which it was first written is something more of I am who always was and am right now and always will be. That's kind of what it's trying to communicate. And so when God reveals himself to us, we get some sense of, oh, okay, God has been forever and he will be forever. And that's not just from the beginning of time in this world, in this universe, and until the end of time. God isn't a created being within this world, He is the creator of the world. So he's outside of it. He created it. Just a couple other things to mention. The question's kind of tough because we have to almost step outside of like the scripture and stuff and just think in just a philosophical kind of way. Like, is it possible to have an infinite regression of creators? So think about it like this. Where did you come from?
My mother.
Your mother. And who did your mother come from?
Her mom.
And her?
Her mom too.
And her?
Her mom.
And her?
And her mom.
And her, all the way back to, okay, at least Adam and Eve. Okay, then we get to Adam and Eve, and we say, where did Adam and Eve come from? They came from God. Well, where did God come from? Well, some people are going to answer that question, some other being. Well, where did that other being come from? From some other being. And where did that being come from? Was from some other being. Can you go on like that forever? It wouldn't make any sense. Like, there has to be a beginning. Like, it just has to start somewhere. And that start is, being itself, not a being, but it's God, the creator of the universe. So no one created God. Sometimes it's kind of hard to think about, what that means, that he has been forever. We could also talk about time and what that means and all that stuff, but probably just confuse you even more. The easiest answer is no one created God. He always has been.